Up next is Maksym Vlasov, who has been a DevOps engineer, for quite a while now. Worked in a number of different types of companies, products, outsourcing, consulting, and really has given him, given Maxime an opportunity to see a lot of different types of environments, different types of approaches, and what works better, sometimes than another. So the topic, I really like the sound of this one. The topic is an easy way to make your code legacy. Mostly any code without updates becomes legacy and vulnerable, and so Maxime is going to address that in his talk. Take it away.
Hi folks! When you want to be associated with something great, something that will be associated with your name, something that will be a countable legacy for humankind. My name is Maksym Vlasov, and currently I can be described as a co-author of CatOps, a channel about DevOps-related things that DevOps and face in everyday work. I do some usual DevOps rocket science as part of Star Global team from Kyiv, Ukraine. I'm a maintainer of pre-commit Terraform, that's Git hooks, or take care of your Terraform configurations. And I'm an organizer of HashiCorp User Group Kyiv, one of the biggest hacks in the world. We have a bunch of tools in English, so feel free to check out it. So let's make some legacy. That's easy. Just make things done. No code owners, no reviewers, so no stoppers to quick and close tasks. For beginners, and then you can choose any style for any line of code and do whatever you want, hardcode seekers, for instance. Notice, that's great, you can broke something and leave company before anyone notify us run. And that's be totally not yours headcake. And of course, you should not help anyone understand why it was done in that way. Let them feel all your pain by itself. Don't create EDRs and link them in commits, body, and code comments. Don't leave any docs nowhere. Let they try to deal with that without you. Suitable architecture? Nah, that's for ordinary mortals. You're above that. Implement something from newest most hyped article, or invent your own solution. Both are good for your resume. At the same time, you're not these freaks which live near the cutting edge. Use same version of libraries and providers which you successfully run with Java 6 and Terraform 0.10, because they were just forks, right? Well, I guess that could work, but I don't think that anyone with clear mind would like to live in such culture place. So let's check how long our journey could be. Highlighted categories are mostly technical solutions which you can implement without huge investments in development culture, which can take months and years. Implementation time highly dependent on the current state of your code. If it already smells like something very old, you spend much more time to fix it. And the later you can start fixing it, the more work you have to do. Code owners support in every major Git provider. You just need to find who is responsible for code. Linters, tests, and architecture hardly depends on what you do and how you do it. But for sure, you can check out precommit.com as support. For upgrade dependencies, there exist two major solutions, Renovate and Dependable. I will not describe all this difference in this talk for lack of time, so I leave links on the last time. Basically, Renovate can do much more than Dependable, especially for edge case. It has better support, docs, maintainability, and can deal in less disruptive way. So I choose it for our repos and recommend it for you. Before you can start using any of them, make sure that you have at least simple tests that can prove that update will not break anything. For Terraform, it could be Terraform plan for all affected stacks. For GitHub Actions, it could be a pipeline dry run. For application, build and pass health checks in a ephemeral environment. Then more good tests, then better. You can start with something simple that you use during any deployment, and then as you start finding non-well-maintained packages that ignore somewhere, common logic, etc., you add additional tests for that cases, or get rid of problematic dependencies which try to sync your project. And if you first try to make a repo up-to-date manually, you will get many insights about what you have what you should test during update, what already broken, and so on. So you understand which checks should be set up for your update process. Also, that will help you not be bored with countless parts that will continue created until you update all dependencies, which means that you can start blaming and innovate for the destruction, not the process which made that code so ancient. If you have no time to spend weeks to read or rewrite documentations, check how it's already used in different organizations, and play with different settings, feel free to start using this config preset, which works for us already 9 months and adapted in more than 30 completely different repositories. And that's all they managed to fit in this Ignite talk. If you'd like to hear more about Hermite and its usage, here are links to my talks about it. Enjoy the rest of the conference, and I will see you on the open space.